it looks like YouTube is up and running. That's good. For some reason, oops. Sorry about that echo. I went to go check my channel. And instead of putting it on the studio, I put it on the channel. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Now I got the right stuff. I don't even know. That's probably the wrong song. I don't know. I don't know. The Client from Hell. Oh my god, you guys are gonna love this story. If I can even get the story out, because of course my brain. So we just started, so I have no idea. I have no idea when the storm happened. So let's see, maybe we can get some water. Oh, it's the perfect time for water. Ooh. Let's do it. Let's hurry up. Oh, that one's full. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna wait a little while until you guys get here. And then I'm gonna tell you guys the story of the Client from Hell. This lady gave me an amazing review and then went back and gave me a trash review. So, she's probably gonna give me an even bigger trash review. Oh, wait, do I have my bird with me? I can climb up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Come on, we got limited time here. We got limited time here. No? Oh, phew. I was like, oh shit, where's my bird? What? Vehicle? What? Wait, do I have two of them here? Vehicle empty. What's in? What? Oh, maybe. Well, screw it. We'll fly down. I hope I'm not making a mistake. We gotta get some water, and I'm wasting. I think that thing is not empty. I think that's what it said. Vehicle storage not empty. And my brain read that as in the tool had another bird in it. So I can't remember what I did with my other bird, but I think it's in the other place. So how are you guys doing tonight? Oh, I hope you guys are having a better night than I am. I mean, it's not a bad night. I had to write this a long review. I'm gonna read to you guys what I wrote, and I would like you guys' opinion on whether or not you thought that was appropriate. I don't exactly know what to do in response of a bad review. I saw one place that it was a bar, and anytime they got a bad review, they like made fun of the person giving them the bad review and like made a joke out of it. And it was a really successful strategy, and people go there and read the reviews just to hear the response, you know. And I think that their person, whoever is making the comments, the review is it's amazing. I think it's amazing. Probably not something I want to do with my clients because they're dealing with drunks, right? And it just seems like an appropriate way to handle bad reviews for a bar. But I thought, you know, from what I've learned, if you don't defend yourself, you look guilty. You know? And I know that a lot of customer service places, they will offer like solutions, right? Not enough power. Uh-oh. Didn't watch my power before I jumped. That's okay. We're okay. We'll get up there. And I know that, like, you know, if you were to call Apple or something like that, they always give this generic review and, like, how can we fix it kind of thing. But they're not being attacked on their personal, okay, what am I trying to say here? Like, their personality, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a personal attack. It's like, it's more like, I don't like your product, you know? And then they usually apologize for their bad product or something, or how can we remedy this, or something like that, right? And she didn't say I was a bad trainer, but she said I had a shitty attitude. And this woman drove me nuts. She, like, I'm not kidding. Just a preview, she asked me, okay, this is a preview. She asked me what kind of weapon could she take to protect her against her neighbor's dog. Do you want to know what the dog did? It barked at her. She was like, what kind of weapon can I carry with me in case my neighbor's dog tries to kill me? Because it barked at her. And I was like ridiculous things, like, how do I control the ticks in the woods? You know? She's probably gonna rebut with this, and so she gave me a 3-star review. And I'm not gonna let her attack my character like that. And it might be a dumb idea. It might have been better to... Oops, shit. Damn it, I'm gonna fall all the way back down. Maybe if I shoot myself up from here. You know? Maybe it would have been better for me to not say anything, but I don't think so. You know what I mean? I don't think so. Anyway. Fell again. Damn it, motherfucker. Oh. This is, okay, maybe I just need to jump. I need to do this. And then this. Yeah, okay. And then I wanted to fly up a little bit more. But I think we can make it to this little patch right here. And then climb up even more. I think we're gonna make it. Yeah, so maybe you guys will have better advice. I don't know. Actually, what I'd like to know is, like, what people think of responses. You know, what do you think if someone attacks somebody's character in a review? And I don't know, does it make me sound petty and childish? I don't know, but I feel like everybody is, like, every time I think somebody's petty and childish, it's the petty and childish people that people... I don't know. Like, everybody seems petty and childish to me sometimes. Can you shoot this thing? I don't think so. No, it's not even there, right? Right? I hope I didn't log on too late for my regulars to trickle in, because tonight is the night that I feel like not being alone. I feel like having fun and de-stressing. Oh, and I've got a story about a Canadian. who probably hates my guts now. I'm starting to understand that people want you to be polarized. And if you're like playing middle of the road and you're like, well, you know, if you were in this situation, you'd feel this way, and you try to be middle of the road and you try to see both sides. And I don't do that to people please. And I don't do that to be contrarian. And I think that's what it comes off as, is I try to see the other person, like if I don't agree with the person, I try to see their side. And I'm not sure that it comes off like, because usually people are polarized, right? They believe something and it goes against someone else's beliefs and they kind of stick there. And I mean, I have my beliefs. It's not that I don't know. There's got to be something. I got to look into the psychology of that, because I think that kind of annoys people. And it's not that it's contrarian, but hold on, I'm putting my chapstick on. Oh, and there was a mouse in my house. You're gonna love this story. I can't wait till you guys get on. Yeah, so I go, like, well, okay, so I thought this mouse was dead. So there were like 3 mice in my house a couple months ago, and I dropped one on the floor out of the cage and it ran away, and we didn't see it, and I hadn't been able to catch it, so I thought maybe like I accidentally heard it when I dropped it, and I was like, well, it's probably dead. And then, well, it's still alive. So now I gotta catch this thing. We don't normally have a lot of mice, but we had left the garage open, and there were a lot of mice in the yard running around. I guess there was like a huge litter. And they were running around during the day and stuff like that. And 3 of them got into the house as babies. So, now I gotta catch this mouse. So I caught 2 of them, and so now I gotta catch this 3rd one. But I think it's the only one in the house. It's the only one in the house. But I thought it was dead, so now we gotta catch it. And that's because my cat died. We never had mice in the house with the cat, and if there ever was one, the cat would have caught it, you know. So now we don't have a cat in the house, and so now we have. It's not like we have a lot of them. It's just one. I know it's just one. I know it's because we left the garage open and they walked in. Because we caught them right away. Caught all 3 of them right away. Put the mouse trap out and all 3 of them, and then we left the mouse trap out for months. And what happened is I was trying to transfer the 3rd one into a cage, and then I was gonna go dump it in the woods, and I dropped it. Dropped the cage, and it opened up, and the mouse ran out. So I don't know if it'll go back in or what. You know, I don't know if it's like, aha, I know your trap. So we got a different kind of trap, so we're gonna try that. I don't really like glue traps, but I may use one. But okay, sorry, my iPad was telling me to do something. And I wanted to read it to make sure I knew what I was talking about or asking. I don't know. Accepting something like that, right? What is this? Take clip to... Oh, top clips. Okay. It's popping up my top clips. I don't know what that means. Okay. I think we were probably gonna go... Okay, we need to empty this guy, right? Because we tried to put him away and we couldn't, so let's see what's in there. Oh. Guess I brought that over. I have no idea if I'm gonna... Let me put this water away. I can't. Because I don't have the space for it. Okay, I think what we were gonna do is we're gonna go get more. But we don't have the industrial pumps. Ew. Alright, well. We just put this away then, I guess. Okay, we don't put it here because it's full? We put it in this one, maybe? Been so busy with work. I was trying to go to the deep desert this week. Alright, we can put another... Oh, we can't. We don't have the ability. Hey, 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 hey! Get off of the thing. Why is it doing that? What am I doing? What's the button for this? This, okay. Pressing the wrong button. Just checking to make sure we don't... Do I want to make steel? Probably. Yeah, because this makes steel, so we do want to make steel, so we'll make some steel. And then we wanted to put this stuff away. Oh, good thing. Oh, you know what? If I just do this, it evenly distributes them, right? Yeah, we want to set this as rejection. I'm just frustrated with this lady. I wonder if I have her blocked. Maybe that's her problem. Is I blocked her and she tried to text me and I wouldn't text back. Did I block her? Nope. Okay. I didn't think so. She got frustrated with me. She was like, I'm so over you being such a... She got so snotty. Like, man. Well, it's my first bad review. I knew it was gonna happen. You know, eventually. My first bad review with a client. But, I mean, there was nothing I could do. She was gonna give me a bad review no matter what. Because she was trying to get free stuff out of me. And... she got a lot of free stuff out of me, and I finally put my foot down and said, I can't give you any more free stuff. I'm sorry. And then she got mad and she was like, she was a horrible person, a great trainer, but a horrible person. And I just was like, do I let this slide or do I answer this, you know? Like, what do I do about this? And I have all her texts. So I just thought, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna post all her texts to social media. This lady was crazy. You guys are gonna love this story. You really are. This lady was like outright just neurotic and insane and crazy. I still don't know. I don't know when the next sandstorm is gonna come, so we might hit the sandstorm because I've been kind of just like putting stuff away. And so what is it? Where do I put this? I usually put it here, I think. That needs to be repaired. Let's see if we can repair anything before we leave. So this lady, she was referred to me by another client. And all right, I'm gonna have to bring some of that over. So she referred to me by another client. This other client absolutely loves me. And like, I even picked this client, like I go above and beyond for my clients. My client one time, we were supposed to meet somewhere for a session. And just so for those of you who are new, I train aggressive dogs. And so this lady had a Presa Canario, which is a Spanish Mastiff. And he was, you know, aggressive and growling and stuff like that. He wasn't really, he was just scared, but he was looking like he was aggressive. And she had hired me, and I was going to her house one day, and she broke down on the side of the road. She I guess she had a really stressful day. She like ran out of gas, and she was like, I can't make it to the appointment. I literally broke down the side of the road. So I went and picked her up and got her gas and everything. And she was like, I'm so sorry. And we couldn't do the session because we wound up spending all that time driving back and forth. And, you know, she was like, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, whatever. But she wasn't that far. She was like really close to her house. It was like, I'm already at your house. Let me just come pick you up. You know what I mean? Super sweet lady, and she refers me to a lot of different clients. So I don't know if she knows this lady or she met her or what, but she referred this client to me, and they hired me. And right off the bat, there was like an argument between her and her husband. It was kind of like a I could see there was a little bit of tension, but I couldn't tell like how bad this tension was, because sometimes they're just stressed out because the dog's being aggressive and they don't know what to do, and they calm down. And sometimes they got like marriage issues, and these people have marriage issues, and I wasn't fully aware of that at the time. So, I think this is empty. Let's check this, and then we'll fly. We'll fly to our other base. We'll see if there's stuff that we can bring back, because I know there's going to be a sandstorm. So I think by the time we get to the other base, there'll be a sandstorm. We can bring stuff back, and then maybe we can go collect stuff. We'll see how the timing works out. Why the hell am I up here? Because I want to make... I don't think I can. Okay, we need to get small fuel cells too. So that means... Okay. So we need to bring this. So let's take this apart. We'll bring this to the other base. We'll collect fuel cells, power cells over there with this. And then we can bring it back. That's the plan. That's what we're doing. I'll probably forget, but okay, I have this in me. So anyway, so I go to this person's house. It's a husband and wife, and the husband is afraid of this dog. He's absolutely afraid of this dog. I don't think he wants to keep the dog. The wife is like, he's fine. This dog was very, very, very least reactive. Very least reactive. He was least reactive to children. He was least reactive to bikes, to dogs, to like adult humans, like everything. And the husband was like, I'm afraid he's gonna kill somebody. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, we'll work on it, we'll fix it, you know. And I start working with them. Now my programs are... Am I dropping some of the stuff on the floor? I am. So my programs are, what do you mean no matching items? Of course there's no matching items. Okay, so I do have power cells on me. Wait, what? Oh, I'm not actually putting the shit away. That should be enough. I should be able to pick this up. Wait, what? What? Oh, was there aluminum? Oh, there was aluminum in the bike. Okay. Or whatever. Let me put this away. So anyway, so we start the program. So my programs, they're 3 to 6 weeks, and they get 2-hour sessions. They get at least 6, and I wound up giving these people 8 because I had to split her and her husband up because the two of them would kind of like bicker together. And she said it to me. She said, I can't learn with him around. And I was like, okay, we'll do split sessions. So I would do a session with her and then do a session with her husband. So I gave them extra sessions, which is, I'm working for free, right? And then there's a clause where they get free support for the rest of the dog's life. And that is only offered if they drive out to me and they go to the park by me. Because there's no way I can drive 2 hours to a person's house, do a 2-hour session, drive 2 hours back, and be able to have enough time to have enough clients to have a way to feed myself. It's just not gonna happen, right? So it's set up that way because I could do 8 people in a row on one day if they go to the park and I'm just hanging out, right? So if they come to me, I can fit 8 people in, and not every... Oh, there it is. That's what we're waiting for. We need a power cell, so we still need power cells. Where are you? Oh, it's down here. That's probably not gonna hit us though. Nope, doesn't look like it. So we still can fly. I think we'll be alright. So I have everything and I have power cells. But we should be able to go to the other base and farm some power cells. Whoa! Damn it, just as I leave, those things spawn. It figures. Okay, so we start the sessions, and after every one of the sessions, she's like, you're amazing, this is great. Dog's name is Tucker. She's like, Tucker's doing great. He's amazing. I couldn't be happier. I'm like, great. Every session, her and her husband are like, we're more than happy. This is amazing. Oh. Some Spicerino, but I can't. I don't have the room to pick it up. Oh, it's only an MK3. That's it? That's it? That's it? That's it? So, you know, I think I'm doing an amazing job. I don't know to fix anything or to pivot if you don't tell me, hey, I'm not happy with the way this is going. So right off the bat, though, when we signed up, she wanted obedience. And I told her, well, the obedience was going to be extra. And her husband said, no, let's find out if the dog is fixable before we do obedience. And I agreed with him. I said, you know what, I agree, because I don't want to sell you an obedience thing and then have to, you know, give your money back and go through the hassle of figuring that out or separating it if he doesn't, you know, make it, you know, like I didn't say that, but in my head, I'm like, you know, I agree. Let's find out, you know, I don't want to sell them something they don't need, in other words. So she wasn't happy with that right off the bat because she wanted obedience, but the dog is aggressive. He's trying to growl at other people and hurt people, you know what I mean? Like, he's not a good boy. And he's not really a dangerous dog because I put him with my dogs and he didn't hurt him. But he needed a lot of help because he was terrified of him. So he's one of those, you know, terrified dogs who will attack if scared. That needs a lot of help with anxiety. But if you do it correctly, he's okay. You know, I had him in the backyard with my dog and he was, he just kind of hung out with her. They didn't play at first. They wound up playing afterwards, but, you know. So, anyway. Oh, shit. I just tried to take a drink and I just spilt that all down my shirt. It's amazing. Because it had, like, you know, the piece that holds the cap, you know, that you have to crack it, like the safety. Somehow that got pulled too far up and then it just dribbled around my mouth because I know how to drink. Okay, so anyway. So let's get to the fun part. The fun part. It's the end of her sessions at her home. And she says to me, she goes, well, I'm just worried that he won't be recovered by the time we run out of time. And so I'm like, well, technically you're already out of time because I've given you 8 sessions. We're on week 8. And so you're out of time. And she's like, oh. And I'm like, but you get lifetime support for him. And that's why I keep telling you to come to the park. Because I'll continue to work with him. And she's like, well, but there's ticks. Now, the whole time that I've been working with these people, her and her husband have been bitching about ticks the whole time. And there's no place I can take this dog that doesn't have ticks. Like, there's no place. Like, if I walk them around the block in their own neighborhood, and the husband was like, I found a tick on the dog. Like, okay, that doesn't mean he got it on the walk with me. So the husband was like, we don't want to walk anymore because we found a tick on the dog. What? So then I take him to the parks and like, we don't want to go to the park anymore because we found a tick on the dog. It was constant, like, and I'm like, well, where are we going to take the dog? Like, you know what I mean? And she wanted to work with the dog in the house and that was it. Because, and I'm telling you, like, this woman was very, very heavy. She was probably about 450 pounds. I can guarantee you the reason why she was complaining about ticks was because she wanted to sit on her ass in the house and not walk. I guarantee you that's why there was all this problem. And I don't mean to fat shame or anything, but I guarantee you, because I was taking them on like 2-hour-long walks and she was struggling. Like, I'd have to cut it short because I could tell that she was struggling and she couldn't do it. And I'd ask her, like, are you okay? You know, she's like, oh, no, I'm okay. And I'm like, if it, you know, like, I don't want to be rude and be like, if it's too much or you can't, you know what I mean? But I could tell she was struggling. So I'm like, well, I gotta, like, cut this short without, you know, making it look like I'm cutting it short because she can't handle it. So I was trying to be respectful, but, you know, it was because she couldn't handle it. She couldn't keep up. And so I know that's what all this tick stuff was about. It wasn't about, oh, there's ticks. It was about, she didn't want to do it. She just didn't want to do it. So, but the thing is, she didn't pay me for those extra sessions. And I don't mind. You're gonna pay me for extra sessions for me to go to your house, sure. But, you know, I've already given her, I gave her a free week of board and train. A free week of board and train. Because I cared so much about the dog, and she was struggling to get this. And she, like, just, it's not my fault you don't understand. You know what I mean? And instead of saying, I'm sorry, but I just couldn't learn through her program, it just wasn't for us, you know, blah, blah, blah. She says in her bad review, we were frustrated the whole time. She was rude. She was mean. You need to have a thick skin to work with her. Basically saying I was a bitch. And I'm like, a thick skin? Holy shit, professional victim. And I have all the text to prove it. Like, no, in no way did I yell at her. But I want to tell you, like, okay, just to put this in perspective, she was texting me all day until after 10 p.m. at night. It would be 10 p.m. at night and I would have to tell her, okay, I'm going to bed now. Nighty night. Because this woman wouldn't stop texting me. Imagine, just imagine if you went to work and one of your clients starts texting you at 7 in the morning and doesn't stop texting you until 10 p.m. You know? Just imagine. That's your reality. So, anyway. So I have to start telling her that there's boundaries, right? I have to start telling her, I'm sorry, but I've got boundaries and you can't be texting me like this. And so I basically put my foot down at one point and I'm like, listen, there's gonna be no more texts. We're done with the texting. I'm sorry. Now, it wasn't just because she was texting me at 10 p.m. at night. She was texting me weird shit. Let's go over some of the stuff that she texted me. So, one day, her neighbor's dog barks at her dog. It's a Rottweiler. She's afraid of dogs. So she goes, what weapon, I'm not making this up. What weapon can I bring to protect myself in case this dog kills me? Now, she tried to play it off as a joke. This woman was 100% not kidding. This guy must have come back because his base is still here. Unless it takes that long to disintegrate. But maybe it didn't because it's still out of power. That guy's bike is still there. I'm looking for power cells. I think that's one. Now hold on. Are we okay? Okay, I just wanted to check. Because there's a power cell, but I don't want to go in any quicksand. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, I gotta back up a little bit, I think. yeah, so this lady texts me because her neighbor's dog barks at her and she wants to know what weapons. What weapons can I bring to protect myself? Because pepper spray is hard to get. And I'm like, I don't know. I think pepper spray might be illegal. You'll have to find out. I don't know if that's... Maybe that's why you can't... I think it's illegal here. So make sure that you're not carrying something illegal. You know, she says it's not illegal. I'm like, all right, well then carry that. You know, I don't know what to tell you. She's like, well, I don't want to carry that. I'm like, well, you can get bear spray. You know, just make sure it's legal. And she's like, what's bear spray? I'm like, it's basically pepper spray. And she's like, well, I don't want to carry that. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. And then I start telling her, I'm like, look, I don't really think this dog is going to kill you. Because she said the dog was barking at her, but the lady who was walking it had a couple of children. And I'm like, I seriously doubt that this lady has several children and the dog is so vicious. I'm like, I seriously doubt that. But I'm like, you know, if this sounds like a problem that you need to take up with your neighbor, like, I don't know what you want me to do, right? I'm like, have you talked to your neighbor? So she goes, you're right, it's probably nothing. And I'm like, oh, thank God, this is settled. The next day, she texts me and she goes, another one of my neighbors just told me that that dog ripped off the face of another dog. And I'm like, I doubt that's true. Like, I doubt that's true. I'm like, it could be. And she goes, well, so I didn't say I doubt that's true, but like in my head, I'm like, this is made up bullshit. I'm like, at this point, I think this lady is just making up shit, you know? So I tell her, I'm like, well, why don't you talk to your neighbor? And she's like, no, because the other neighbor's sad. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, neighbors talk, right? So I was like, if this is true, then the town will have a record of this dog being a dangerous dog, because if it did that much damage to another dog that belongs to another one of your neighbors, the town will have a record of it. And they usually, that now the dog is deemed a dangerous dog, and most towns will make you put a muzzle on the dog or something drastic. That's why I was like, I doubt that this is true, because the town would have gotten involved. You know, once your dog does something like that, it's deemed dangerous, you know, unless your neighbor, for whatever reason, doesn't report you or whatever. But they usually do report, because especially, you know, hospitals will report it and stuff like that. So I think this lady's making it up, and she's just busting my balls for no reason. So it's the second day, and she's like, yeah, well, this dog is like ripped off the face. So like, it's like all day long I'm going into this, and I'm like getting frustrated, because now I'm trying to work with other clients. I got this lady complaining about this like fictional, like, what if. So I'm like trying to comfort the whole time. I'm like, it's a hypothetical situation. You're fine. Your dog did fine. You know, I was like, that lady is not my client. I was like, give her my number. Maybe I can help her that way. But unless she's my client, I can't do anything. You know, I can't help you. The only thing that I can do is help your dog, because you're the one who hired me. What just happened? I swear I got in the hot seat. So that's just one thing. Ooh, that's a lot. So then the tick thing is like constant. I mean, you guys are getting the picture, right? Like, this lady is just like neurotic. Like, every time she finds a tick on her or the dog, or, well, it's never on her because she don't walk. Every time she finds a tick on her son or the dog, she's like, I found a tick on them. What do I do? What if he gets tick diseases? And I'm like, well, then you bring him to the vet. Like, what if he gets this? What if he gets that? I'm afraid he's gonna get this. Like, just panicking. And I'm like, lady, I put tick repellent on him. And she goes, well, I don't even know what to use. So I go through, I'm not even kidding. It was like 6 to 8 hours of texting in between clients all day long on what tick repellent to use. So I'm like, you should use this tick repellent. This is why I think you should use it. I use it on my dogs. It's my favorite. Blah, blah, blah. The next day, she texts me and she goes, well, I called my vet and my vet recommended this, so I bought it. I'm like, okay. And then it doesn't work. Or according to her, it doesn't work. And so then I'm like, now I'm frustrated. I'm like, listen, with all due respect, you took your vet's advice. You need to complain to them about it because they're the ones that sold you the product. Tell them that doesn't work. I recommended against that product. I don't like that product. Call them and complain. But she can't because, you know, there's no way in hell a vet is going to answer the phone. You know, she's probably got a reputation. They probably already know she's a fucking crazy pain in the ass. Excuse my language. So they probably already don't talk to her, you know, but she'll call me because I answer the phone and she'll text me because I answer the phone. So there was absolutely no pleasing this woman. Just got scared because I was like, I know there's quicksand around here, but I can't remember exactly where it is and I didn't check. And my heart like went in my throat for a second because I was like, oh, is there quicksand there? I can't remember. It's like over here. Yeah, it's down here. Okay. So, oh yeah, it is starting to decay. Well, I guess my neighbor's gone. My neighbor. There's his bike. This has been decaying for a long time. So, and this one's completely gone. This must have been decaying when I moved here. And this bike will probably sit here forever. What was that, the worm? Scared me because I saw the shadow and I was like so anyway, to make a long story short, this lady was just driving me crazy all day long with texts about ridiculous bullshit that had nothing to do with the dog's training. Absolutely nothing to do with his aggression, right? So we get to the end of the program and she's like, oh, it's the end of the program? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, well, he's still doing this and he's still doing this. And I'm like, those are obedience issues. Because she's like, well, he doesn't sit still. And he bolts out of the backyard and he does this, that, and the other. And I was like, listen, I told you that you could buy an obedience package and your husband said no. And I'm not doing obedience for free. I'm just not doing that. Because she kept asking for obedience. And I already gave her a week of a board and train. Board and trains are expensive. A week of board and train is like $2,000. It's like $1,000 to $2,000 depending upon. It's expensive. And I did that for free. Because honestly, I felt for her kid. I didn't want to see this kid have to put his dog to sleep. And like, he's an 8-year-old kid. And I was like, just give me the dog. I'll take him for a week because those parents were driving me crazy. They were not doing anything that they were told. And I have it in my contract. If you don't do what you're told, you don't get the lifetime guarantee if you don't follow the program. And they weren't following it. I told them, use cheese when you're out there. Well, we don't want to take cheese. It's not my problem. If I told you this is how I do it and you're like, no. She goes, well, we're going to be going with another trainer. Good luck, honey. Good luck. They're going to make the dog worse. I know they are. They're going to stick an e-collar on him. They're going to zap the shit out of this dog. Or what they're going to do is they're going to do a board and train only. And just give her back the dog, and that's going to be that. I doubt they're going to go with another trainer, but who knows? Alright, so... But yeah, I mean, good riddance, man. I didn't want to work with her anymore. I don't know if I can get in from here. Oh, I can. Oh yeah, that's right. I built stairs. I forgot. Because we were like breaking this whole base down and doing all kinds of weird stuff, and then we decided to move to the other place. So this base is all kind of wonky. Oh, we should see how many days. Where does it say? Okay, we don't need all of these then. So let's break some of these down. Do I have my thing? I do. Let's break some of these down. Sorry, I had to use my nasal spray. Because my nose was getting stuff for some reason. But yeah, so this lady, she left me an amazing review. And then I put my foot down. Because after she left the amazing review, then she was like, you know, oh, well, you know, I know the program is over, but can you come to the house? Because the ticks. Because the ticks, the ticks, the ticks. No. I can't come to your house because of ticks. Your contract states that you have to go to the park. You should have realized that was going to conflict with your fear of ticks. I mean, like, have these people never been to a dog park before? Do you know what I mean? So, we can break down another few of these. Okay. So, yeah, so she basically said she's a great trainer, she's amazing, but you'll be frustrated with her. She's really rude. You know, you need a thick skin to be with her. You know, we were frustrated the whole time. No, you weren't. You were kissing my ass the whole time, telling me what a great job I was doing and how amazing it was that I was around. And then all of a sudden, because I refused to give you free stuff, what did she think? And she gave me 3 stars and said, you know, I'm like, what did you think? So normally I would just let that go. If she had said, if I knew she was unhappy with the training and she said that, I would have been like, I'm really very sorry. I tried my best. Good luck, you know, whatever. I would have been honest about it. But the fact that she like attacked me personally and said that I was not patient with her, and in the text, like, I texted her all day long and she was like, she was very impatient. There is no way in hell. Listen, it was so bad. It was so bad. It was affecting my mental health. And my therapist said, you need to tell this lady that she cannot text you. at all hours of the night. You need to turn your phone off. You need to put some boundaries down because it's affecting your mental health. Like, that's how bad it was. I was so stressed out that I was being, like, I just didn't have, like, my frustration. I was getting frustrated with other clients because I was so stressed out from this one. And she has the nerve to be like, yeah, you weren't patient. Get the fuck over yourself, lady. Are you kidding me? Who has patience? No, it wasn't about being patient. It was about she was overstepping my boundaries and got pissed when I put some boundaries down. So I was like, yeah, no, I don't care if you give me a one. I was like, I don't care if you give me a 1-star review. Go ahead and do it. But I am going to post everything that you said. I was like, I'm going to post everything you said on social media, and then everyone else can decide if I was not patient. Oh, she's gonna love that. You know why? Because she talked about her husband and blamed him for everything. She's gonna love that. If she comes back and gives me an even worse review, I'm gonna post, like, I'm gonna post what she said. Because she literally texted me. I'm a dog trainer. She texted me and she said, can you make my husband do this? Like, ma'am, I'm not a marriage counselor. But my husband, ma'am, I am not a marriage counselor. I can't do that. Well, can you tell my husband to let my son? Ma'am, what you allow your son to do is between you and your husband. I cannot get involved. If you tell me, if your husband tells me your son is not allowed to ride his bike next to the dog, then he's not allowed to do it. I'm not going to go tell your husband, well, you have to let... What the hell is she thinking? And she was angry at me because I wouldn't tell her husband what to do. Yeah, lady's not right in the head. Like, this was not a normal person. My therapist was like, yeah, she's probably borderline. She said, you know, what's going to happen is she'll probably call you up in like 3 months or so and be like, you're the best trainer ever, you know. What's going to happen is she's going to go to other trainers. Well, at this point, I think she's learned that she's like, burned her britches, but maybe not, because my therapist was telling me about a borderline she was working with, and she was like, yeah, you know, like, she basically told me I was the worst therapist ever, gave me a terrible review, and then came back and was like, you're the only one who ever really truly understood me, you know? And at that point she was like, yeah, I don't want to work with you anymore. So she was like, that's what you're probably dealing with, is a borderline. And so what they do is they put you on a pedestal and they love you, and then they hate you, and then they put you back on that pedestal and they love you, and then they hate you. So she was like, yeah, you'll probably be hearing from her again. Let's just put this right here, I guess. And then we could do this. I feel like that gets it out of my way. It's a little bit less congested in here. And then we can kind of like move this over. I don't know why I press the E button to get out of it when I'm like in my base and stuff. For some reason, it doesn't compute how to land the vehicle. Alright, so now we want to take some stuff with us. I got to pee. I have to pee again. I say that like I haven't left this whole stream. we're probably going to be able to... This is actually cool music. Oh, I forgot. We were like listening to that show. I'll have to wait until what's his name gets here because we were listening to that show. That's on the whatever radio this thing has. Okay, so I should be able to carry most of this stuff. Oh, not that though. Okay. That's heavy. What else can I carry? Not that, that's too much. Same thing with that. Okay, we can do that, that's good. We can leave that here, I think. I love my rats. They're running in their wheel and the little pitter patter of their feet. So cute. Nothing makes me happier than listen to them running their wheel. So adorable. It's so funny because the boys, they don't want to run in their wheel. It's just the girls. Girls gotta watch their figure. Well, we just got a commercial, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run real quick to the bathroom when we have a commercial, and I'm gonna go ahead and put on my be right back screen. I'll be back.
Holy
3
cow.
minutes.
Can I kill it? No. Talon! Talon! Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Like, I am totally, like flying right now. The hell? Yes, it's upstairs. Ah! It's upstairs for sure!
Oh god! Oh god!
Where are you?
Oh god!
You okay?
I'll tell you in a second. We're being hunted.
Self-care then.
I'm just gonna
Oh, behind you! That was best.
Go on the ship. I just got Samuel L. Jackson. God damn it. God damn it, in my own ship. In my own ship. It's breathing. I hear it breathing.
What's breathing?
Things.
Is there smoke behind you?
Things are, I don't know, things are breathing.
Just run.
Yeah, you've left me so far behind. So I got the rear, guys, don't worry. Nothing's coming up in the rear. Nothing will go up
Hey
your
now.
rear. Nothing will go up your rear. I got it covered. These are the sounds we made when you came to us really good in the butthole.
No! That should have worked.
Sometimes, man. Sometimes it just doesn't feel it.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Well, I was watching you do it. So
Back. Back, friends. Welcome back, me. Thank you, me. So. What was I doing? Filling this up. So I got these, like, bananas. They're chocolate-covered bananas. They're frozen, but they also have peanut butter in them. It's really good. I can probably learn these. You know, nobody's gonna buy this stuff, so I could probably just learn them. If I need to make them later on, maybe I will. But well, I don't know if I have that one learned. I'm just gonna learn it. Screw it. Whatever. That way I don't lose them. Because I'm gonna be pissed at myself if, I lose them. Yeah, this is all duraluminum. This is all stuff that I'm probably gonna be wearing for a while. Oh, I stepped on glass today? Oh my god. I didn't even know I stepped on the glass. For, you know, you ever do that? Where... Oh, what's that? Okay. Let's put that there and pick this up. Oh, what am I doing? Well, I don't know. Yeah, but you ever do that thing where you, like, step on glass or something and you don't notice for a while? So, I had stepped on the glass. And, I caught my toe. And I'm just kind of, like, chilling at first. And then I noticed that, like, there's, like, blood drops on the floor. And I'm like, oh my god. The dog must have cut themselves. So I'm, like, looking at the bottom of the dog's feet. You know? Like, you alright, buddy? What's going on? Dogs look fine. And then I'm like, let me look at my feet. And then I look and I notice and there's like a spot of blood on my toe. And I'm sitting there like, then it starts to hurt. You know? That's when it starts to hurt. I'm like, you, what? It would have been fun if I never looked at it. We're gonna move these because I don't fully trust that that is fully encased. And, so that's what we're gonna do. My god, my eyeballs are dry. You could fit in there, let's go. Yeah, I haven't checked my reviews in a while, so she wrote it like 6 weeks ago. I think you get a notification when the review is like updated. I'm not sure. So she'll probably be responding to me. You know. But and I often wonder if I should have just like kept my mouth shut and not responded to it and then put it up on my social media, or but these bananas are really good, by the way. I'm so sorry if I'm munching in your ear. They are very good. But yeah, I mean, it's just highly inappropriate to be talking to a professional and be slandering your husband, right? Oh, you don't understand, my husband's really terrible, blah blah. Right? It's one thing if you're talking to an actual therapist. You know? If you're like, I'm having problems with my therapist, that's their job. I'm having problems with my husband, you know. That's what a therapist is for, but to be talking to a dog trainer and being like, can you tell my husband that he has to do it this way? She had me thinking... She literally had me thinking that her husband beats her. I literally at one point asked her... Oops. What? Oh, that's because I didn't have enough space. At one point I asked her, I'm like, are you okay? Like, do you need help? And she was like, no, I'm fine. I was like, are you sure? You know, because she had me, I even asked her, I was like, does your husband hit the dog? Because she was making me think that this guy was abusing her. With the things she was telling me. You know, and just, she had me thinking that the husband hits her and hits the dog. And I was like, does he hit the dog? Because this dog is afraid of everything. Is he doing something to the dog? She goes, oh no. He doesn't hit the dog. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, are you safe? Because she had me believing that she was so afraid of her husband that I had to tell him things. Oh yeah, see, you know what? We didn't even bring the stuff that we came out here for. But we came out here, we can make things. Because we came out here to make... I don't think there is one up here anymore. I don't know if we can make one. Let's see. You need a chemical refinery. What is this? Oh, okay. Well, okay. Okay. We can. We'll put it right here. And we just need to make a couple of these. You know, a couple. Like 8. We can make cobalt paste here? How much? Oh, just 1? Okay. That's funny. We can make a lot of that too. Wait, what does it take for this? Fuel cells, silicone, and spice residue? We can make a lot of this back at the other base. Yeah, so I have no idea if I like made a mistake like replying to her the way that it did. It upset me, but like so I used to do this thing where like if somebody attacked my character behind my back, I just said whatever, I'm not going to respond to it. You know, they're being childish, that kind of thing. But what I found is if you don't respond when someone attacks your character, other people think it's true. They just think it's true. Because you didn't say anything. And so I'm sitting here like, you know, do I let her call me a bitch, basically? You know, you call somebody and say, well, you have to have a thick skin to work with her. That's literally saying that I'm a bitch. So I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit. Now I'm gonna put on social media like I would have left you alone, but you had to write me a bad review. And I even put it in there. I was like, writing me a bad review is in poor taste. Oh, this is gonna... Yeah. It's gonna fill up and then stop. So, our copter is full.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is
That one's gonna hit us, so we'll just hang out and then we'll fly out. Oh, I was gonna fuel this up. That's what I was gonna do. And then we'll take these to the other base because we didn't have a lot of those there. But we did want those fuel cells. And we'll go down here and take the buggy. Oh shit, we're not gonna have room to take the buggy back. We're not gonna have room to take it back.
Weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
I don't think. Wonder why my throat hurts so bad. You guys should see my my fish tank. It's I put saran wrap on the front of the poldarium and there's like a cloud of mist on the bottom. It looks so cool right now. I absolutely love this thing. I have wanted a poldarium for so long. If you don't know what that is, it's a fish tank with a terrarium on top. So it's like a combination between an aquarium and a terrarium. And so it's got like usually a shallow aquarium on the bottom and then a wall where you can plant plants. And it is my favorite way to grow plants. And I never had one and I've always wanted one, and I was gonna make one out of my my fish tank, but it's like really impossible because the fish tanks are just they're usually too tall. So I bought like a 50-gallon lowboy I was gonna try and do it with, but then it's like you can't really, unless you like, you can't do it unless it's designed that way from the start, because it's got to not leak through the back. And I was thinking about like taking a fish tank apart and just putting the back and the sides inside this tank, you know, the 50-gallon lowboy, to make it a poldarium kind of thing. But then you have to like make your own waterfall and all that other stuff. This is built in. The waterfall, it just sucks it up. It's beautifully designed. It was worth it. It's one of my favorite things. It was so worth it. It was expensive. It was $600 on sale, and they're like $800 now. It was expensive. But it makes me so happy. The only thing I have trouble with is getting it so that I can have live animals in it, because I made it to be a peat bog, and peat bogs have a pH of 3. And it's 3.5 right now, the water pH. So there's only like 1 or 2 things that can live in that. And I'm trying desperately to see if like there's somebody who can sell me the fish, but they're kind of like really rare and they're from like Indonesia. So eat more bananas. Whoa! Whoa. I don't know if it can get your helicopter, but I know it can get your sand bike because I got stuck in it. So I don't want to know what happens if you get a helicopter stuck in that thing. I should stop calling it that. I should call it an ornithopter. So I kind of slept all day. I was just kind of... I had a migraine, and that just does it. I've been getting these bouts of just low energy, and it just sucks. But, I don't know. Like, now I'm gonna stress over whether or not I made the right decision. Oh, maybe that's so unprofessional. But, I mean, like, what is professional, though? You know what I mean? Like, is taking it up the ass professional? You know, is kissing somebody's ass at a detriment for you professional? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But she was lying, right? Like, if somebody said you did a bad job, and I felt like I did a bad job, I'd 100% be like, I am so sorry for doing a bad job. But for her to not see, like, to be like, oh, well, you have to have a thick skin to be with her because she's, like, frustrating. What the fuck are you talking about? You were literally asking me, like, what kind of weapons do I need? Of course I'm getting frustrated with you. You know what? I should ask... I have a client who talks to me all the time, who runs the business. I should text her and ask her her professional opinion. She's in her 70s or 80s, and she would know. I'm sure she's had clients that were unprofessional. You know? I think I might. Okay, we need a couple more of these, so let's do it. I'm gonna put them right here. Hey. Yeah, I mean, I definitely need advice. I mean, so I talked to my therapist about it a long time ago while it was happening. And her advice was, of course, she was like therapist-y, right? So she's like, she said, I find when I have problems with clients like this, that the problem is that I've allowed this to happen on some level. And she's sort of right, because I did give this woman a lot of like, I was trying to be nice to this woman. But see, like, here's the thing. I've met two amazing women, and I've given them stuff because they've given back to me, and they were amazing women, and I helped their dog, but they get me clients, and they are helping my business grow, and they've given me advice, and just amazing people. And I bought them a leash and collar for their dog. I had it handcrafted because it was like, thank you. You guys are amazing, right? Like, and I've gone above and beyond for those women too. And they are such amazing, good people. And if I wasn't the way that I was, and I didn't treat them the way that I did, I don't think they would have respected me the same way. I don't think they would be doing what they're doing for me the same way, because they were like, you have to hire this person. They're amazing. And this other woman who gave me the bad review, she's not mentally stable. She's absolutely not mentally stable. There is no way. Even my therapist is like, she's not mentally stable. There is no way. And so, even though a part of what I did kind of contributed to this because I was nice, I don't think that I should change where I am and like have to necessarily defend myself against this, which you can't, right? You can't defend yourself against someone like this woman. Especially since she was pissed because she couldn't manipulate me. She was pissed. She got really pissed. It was right after I was like, I'm not going to give you free stuff. You didn't pay for obedience. You're not getting it. So we're going to go back and get our vehicle. Well, actually, we have a weapons thing up here. Maybe we can make another one. And we just keep one at each, you know? Let's see what we got. Let's sand bike. I don't know what the hell this is. I don't think we necessarily need that. That we would need. A better storage. But that would be fine for up here. Yeah, we can just make another one for up here, and then we don't have to go back and get it. We'll make the chassis. Oh. What is this? That I think is like... You put that on instead of like a storage, but that's gonna... Hey baby, what are you doing? Do you need water? Yeah? Okay. Do I have water here? I'm gonna have to go fill their water up. Give me a moment. My rats are begging for water. I'm sorry. I'll put my be right back screen on. I'm sorry. But they're all like, you forgot me. They're up at night, so I don't want you guys to be like, oh, you're a terrible mom. No, like this is, like they sleep all day. So this is when they get fed. So don't be mad at me. I'll be right back.
My headphones.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm... Yeah. I didn't think he would what?
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing. He's doing my head. You're gonna make me lose. You're gonna make me die. Oh my god, he's looking weird. Stop it. Dude, go lay down.
I played a pirate in one of my D&D campaigns.
Oh yeah, you were Scottish pirate?
A Scottish pirate.
Yeah. Cause you know the Scots, they were famous for being pirates.
No.
You never heard of the famous kilted pirates?
Where did you hear that bullshit?
What? The famous kilted pirates? They didn't do so well in the open seas though because their kilts would fly over their faces and they wouldn't be able to drive, but after that failed they took up horses.
Oh shit, look.
Whoa! Did you see that? Evaporated those suckers and I'm hitting them with a knife. What is wrong with me? It's my first. It's my first hook. I'm a virgin.
For reals? That for reals just happened? Not from head? Oh my god!
I think he's camping him.
I would too.
Yeah, he's camping him. Base camping.
I have not seen where the hatch is. You can't talk right. Where's the explosive? Oh, right here. Look. Look here, I'll put it right down here.
Oh god!
Well, I'm dead on hooks. That was a good game. Are you serious? I can't go back to my nice, clean, little, not so scary office? Don't do that to me!
Oh, he's in a camp book. What is it, a demon?
He looks like a Ninja Turtle to me.
My soul.
I'm pretty sure the Ninja Turtles were cute.
To me.
He looks like...
Looks like a Ninja Turtle. Fuck a Ninja Turtle.
I'm sorry, but I've never seen a Ninja Turtle that looks like this.
Hold
Ooh, I
left
set myself
click.
on fire! Oh my god, I'm on fire! I'm on fire!
Go- go
I'm on
water,
fire! I'm on
water,
fire! I'm on
water,
fire!
water,
I'm on fire! I'm on fire! Oh my god, I'm on fire! Oh my god, what is
Fire
that?
truck coming, fire truck coming.
If your Friday night consists of swollen bulbous glands and peanut butter, I'm out.
What is a bulbous gland? Why do you
Google
sound
it.
so...
Google it.
Hey Google, what is a bulbous gland?
Bulbous glandus is an erectile tissue structure on the penis of canid mammals.
Okay, well that's nice.
I'm glad I was able to hear that.
Yeah, let me try something though.
Yo.
He piles.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, there he goes.
He's like, my money, my money, my money, my money. Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 piles over here, like 7, 8, 12 piles. Okay, 3.
Can I scan it? Yes! Holy cow. Can I kill it? No. Talon! Talon! Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Like, I am totally, like flying right now. The hell?
Guys, it's upstairs.
I'm back. Sorry about the long wait. I had to scrub their water bottles clean. I do that every time that they're empty. Did we make any of this stuff? I thought I made the chassis. Alright, let's make that. And then we don't have enough cobalt base. Alright, we're not gonna make it because we don't have enough to make the whole thing, so. I'm just gonna go back and get the one we have. There might be other parts. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should make a chassis and then start putting the other parts on it. My throat, man. Usually what I do is I make a tea with some honey. We don't have the steel. That's okay, because we're going to try and get out of that and get into this. Now, I'm pretty sure all we needed was the jasmium. That's why I'm wearing this stupid thing, because we were going to do that before I logged off last time. This machine. Oh, we can make more steel, just a little bit. Excuse me. Yep. That's what we need. Screw it. I'm gonna make the... I'm gonna try and make another thing. Where... I don't know. I don't know. Nah, I don't know. I can't make up my mind. I need you guys to make my mind up for me. This is missing the metal. Did I build one of these and then not use it? I think I broke it down. Yeah, so, but I have this. So let's do that because we're not even using it. What? Why am I full? Oh, this. Ugh. So weird that my throat is hurting so early into stream. It's definitely from talking. I don't think I have any lemon though. Usually I put lemon in the tea. Lemon and honey. I burned 2 pots yesterday. Shut up. Shut up. Well, it wasn't yesterday, it was like last week, I guess. I guess that's more accurate. Okay, we can make this one. So let's make this. Of course. Go turn some stuff off. We need to turn off more than that. Oh, there we go. It'll be fine because we're gonna get rid of this once this is done processing. And so this, I forgot I had those bananas. It doesn't say, does it? I think one is like 75,000, one's 25,000. I think. I only have one because sorry, I'm stuffing my face. I only usually have one because one, it's a lot of electricity, and two, I can't carry that many bodies back and forth. Oh. Those were unique. I do want to be a completionist and get them all, you know? But, we'll see. We'll see. Okay. So, that will passively make us some water. That's good. We need engine and a generator. Better storage. We need to repair. So let's make some repair stuff. I don't know if that's gonna turn our stuff off, though. Nope, it's okay. Here it is. We'll make a bunch. What is this purple for? Oh. Okay. So repair. That's what we were doing. Where's the dude that always... Where's Zombie, you know? That always tells me what I'm forgetting. Okay, so now we should be repaired. We do need an engine and a generator. Excuse me. Let's see if we can make either of those. We need cobalt and hydraulic pistons. I don't know where to get those from. But this we can make a generator. 1 cobalt paste. Are we serious? Well, I probably can get that from outside, actually. No, that's not cobalt. Damn it. The other stuff. I need a proper copter thing. So the paste is down here. this gonna be a PvP thing? What is this? Oh, it is. Okay. But I want to go this way. I wonder if I can get the stuff I need from there. Oh, yep, see this guy. He had a base built here. Everybody's leaving. I feel like I'm the only one on the server. Unless they're all, like, literally in the deep desert all the time. Oh. That scared the shit out of me. I was not expecting there to be a person here.
Identify yourself.
Well, let me put the copter down here. Oh, I'm pressing R like a dumbass. And you probably you can double tap these bodies too, you know? You can get their blood and then put them in the thing, I think. I mean, I did it. I don't think it changes how much you get from the distiller. The death still or whatever. Oh shit. Oh shit! Oh, this place is loaded today. That means that every other time that I've come here, someone must have been right before me? Because I don't think I've seen this many people here. Kind of upsets me a little bit. Upsets because then that means there's nobody here. There's no more people. I don't want to be alone. Like, the feeling of loneliness that a video game can give you, even though you can have somebody sitting right next to you in the house, right? We're gonna take back a lot of bodies. And I'm doing it again. Doing it again. And that's because we're not gonna go all the way in here. I'm just gonna take these bodies here. Because we don't need a whole lot of this stuff. You know? Oh, shit. At first I was like, I don't have to move. And then I was like, that's not radiation, that's poison. Poison. That girl is poison. Because why? Because why? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm tired of being afraid of people, you know? I'm just tired of being afraid. Nobody. Do it, lady. God, if you guys haven't watched shit on YouTube, you are missing out. I'm like his spokesperson. Love him. This is my favorite new like comedy sketches. I've always been a fan of comedy that could do comedy right without the use of being vulgar. Not that, I mean, it's not that I hate vulgar stuff, right? But it's so easy to be, well, I don't know, I say that, but I just feel like it's easier to be funny if you're vulgar or something like that than it is to be funny in a way like it's easy to make a racist joke or something like that and be funny to certain people, right? And like okay, so what am I trying to say? It's easier to be funny if you narrow your audience. That's what I'm trying to say, right? Because like if you're making a racist joke, there are going to be people who are going to be like, no, that's not okay. And then there are going to be people who be like, shut up, it's just comedy, right? You're like excluding a lot of people, whatever. So it's easier to be funny, I think, that way to a smaller audience than it is to be funny to a wide variety of audience. So like Robin Williams, for example, right? He did some raunchy stuff. I watched his stand-up. You know, like there were some things like that were adult only, but it was stand-up, right? But, and he was just amazing. I don't think there's anybody funnier than him, man. He was like the Einstein of comedy as far as I'm concerned. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, if you watch Aladdin, the Disney movie, I mean, you're an adult and you laugh at it. There's jokes that are kid-friendly that also make adults laugh. And I think that's really hard to do. And really get a good chuckle from both. Because a lot of stuff that kids find funny is just kind of irritating. There we go. I was like, why didn't that work? I did press Q, I swear. And it didn't work. But yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff that kids find is funny is just like irritating to adults. And a lot of stuff that adults find funny is just really inappropriate for kids. I just hate, like, this should be wider, but can't do it. Just because of the way the ground is, in case you guys are wondering. Okay, we got plenty of bodies now. We, need to fill this fuel up. Okay. Then let's look over here. Is this done yet? Wait, what? It was like stop down here. I thought it goes down. It goes up? I guess it goes up. Interesting. Alright, well, I gotta go get my vehicle, so let's go do that, because we're not gonna use it over there. We need to bring it back over here. Whoa. I don't know why I did that, because it went up to 190, but you can't fly at 190 up here, so I just lost myself a lot of altitude for no reason. Sorry, I gotta go make myself some tea. It's getting kind of rough to talk. I don't even know why. I don't know why my voice is kind of bothering me. We're not gonna take everything off. Forgot to take my shield off. I don't even know how I didn't even notice that. I guess because I'm paying so much attention to my throat bothering me. So we're probably gonna get another sandstorm here in a second. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, attach the module, but he won't let me. He won't let me take it off. Love it. Oh, is that it? That was the part I was not seeing. What? Vehicle not salvageable? I almost got real mad. Well, that's the worm. He's up to no good. Alright, we got as much as we could fit in here. Give the plane the heavy stuff. And then we'll go through our boxes and see if there's anything that we can take. Oh yeah, we can take that. What did I put? What? I don't know what I did. Was it the thread? Yep. Okay. So we have some parts for assault. Assault ornithopter engine? Okay. So we should probably make those. Probably take some of these back. We pretty much got almost everything out of here. Okay. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna call it here because my throat's really hurting me. And if I keep talking, I'm gonna probably not have a voice for work tomorrow, so I'm sorry. But maybe I'll come on tomorrow after work. I gotta take a break. It's really starting to bother me, and I know if I keep talking, I'm gonna lose my voice. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Sorry. Thanks for being here. Good night.